This Headless Professor video will show you how to download and work with your FAQ file, frequently asked questions about your course. Well, let's go to one of the backup sites. Let's try Yandex and find the folders with information for this course. So we'll click right there and we go immediately to the Yandex site. Now I have different folders for different courses. This particular folder is for the 111 course. If you have a different course, you should be directed to a different major folder. Now the 111 course materials contain all of these subfolders. Notice that there is one for each particular unit. There's one for any assigned essays or abstracts that your course may have. There's usually one for the final exam or exams in general. And there's usually a Start Here folder. That's what we're going to click on first. Within the Start Here folder, you will find downloadable files pertaining to your specific section, such as the contract, the syllabus, welcome, preliminary exam perhaps, and your writing rules. Even all the terms that you will need to know to do well on every quiz and the final exam. But let's just focus on the FAQ file. It is very long, and don't try to print it out. Don't try to look at it on your cell phone. Download it and look at it on a computer. Now we have two different versions. We have the DocX version and we have the PDF version. I think the DocX version works better with Windows 10 machines, but the PDF should work well on all machines. Let's try that one. So I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to click on Download. I'm going to save it on my flash drive here. So it goes down, and I just have to click on that PDF file, and it should open. And notice that it's 225 pages long, so you don't want to try to print it out. It'll be harder to navigate that way. Navigate it by clicking on any of these live links. Notice that this particular FAQ file contains information for all of my spring semester sections, whether they start in January, February, March, or June. Now, each particular section has its own syllabus, a separate document that'll give you the grading components for that section and a schedule of each assignment's due date. This FAQ file pertains to the course in general. So if you have questions about how to take the examinations or what the examinations will cover, how many examinations we'll have, that will be in the examinations section. How much we weight discussion will vary by course and by section. More information on discussion will be given in this section. Same thing for your quizzes, a term project if your section has one, and any assigned essays. Information about your textbook and other learning resources can be found. The objectives of the course and what kind of grading system it has. And then we have another link for the most important features. Let's click on that one. So that'll tell you about the course management system, whether it's Canvas, any special websites for the course, whether or not we use Zoom, and what kind of computer you should have, because it's going to be difficult for you to do the assignments on a smartphone. You really should be using a computer laptop. Perhaps the most important section, at least at the beginning, concerns email. What are the rules for sending email and for submitting your assignments via email? Information about how to get individual help from me in my office or perhaps on the phone. And what to do if you have technical difficulties, different accommodations for disabilities, attendance policy, drop policy. All this information can be found in this FAQ file. And if your link does not work to get you back to the top, just scroll back to the top. If you have any further questions after reading this document, post them in the discussion or send me a properly formatted email with the one word "question" in the subject line, and at the top of the message area include your name and your specific section.